be kind of choppy. I hope it's not choppy. Okay. Yes, we are live. It is that time. Hello, everyone. It's Saturday, June 28th. It's time for Saturday morning tapping. Welcome. All right. Let me make sure so we know our Facebook cousins are in. Let's make sure our Instagram cousins are in, opening the doors on Instagram. Okay, let's get this party started. With a very special Saturday morning tap in. All right. Welcome. I am your host, Shamika Cotton. What you have just tuned into is the Saturday morning tap in where we come together for uplifting conversations. We're going to set some intentions and then we're going to do some journaling. So make sure you got your journal, got something to write with, got you something to sip on, whether it's coffee, tea, water. All right. And guess what? She's got a candle. So get your candle, your Palo Santo, your sage, whatever you like to use to make the moment nice and juicy. But get ready. It is time to tap in. Let's go.
Don't never stop if you want to be on top. Yeah.
Hey. You guys. This is a very special tap in today. And in Myrtle Beach. Yeah, I know. Tap in is traveling. Hey, I'm just doing what the spirit tells me to do, you guys. That's how I feel. This is the great candle. You guys, so go ahead right now. Okay, welcome to my series regulars in the building. Good morning, good to see you. June is in the building. Some more 2K Green. My associate producer is in the building tapping in on this very special Saturday morning tap in. Welcome. Who else we got tapping in? Hey, Rhonda is tapping in this morning. Did you feel me sending you energy this morning, Rhonda? I was like, sending her energy. We have to figure out our nighttime routines together, sis. We will do it. But welcome. So glad to see you in the tap in building today. I meant to turn off that silly fan. Don't blow out my candle. Blow the wind up. How are we doing? Welcome to my series regulars. Welcome to those who I know are tuning in for the very first time. If this is your first time tapping in, go ahead and put it into the comments. Say, this is my first time here. And then all my series regulars, send them so much love. Welcome them in the comments and in the chat. You have tuned in to the right place and at the right time with the right people, the right community, the right vibration, the right feelings, the right consciousness,
if you want to be on top.
all the right stuff, y'all. All right, then. Okay, you guys, something special's happening right now. I'm going to tell y'all about it in a second, but go ahead. Let me know where you're tuning in from. All right. Yes. Okay, so Jude, everybody, have you watched Game Night? Have you seen Game Night on TV? If you haven't, check it out. Treat yourself to Game Night. We had a great game night last night here. Okay, let's just get this. Shamika, get it started. The next thing you know, it'll be an hour. Okay, we see folks tuning in on YouTube. San Soya says, let's go, San. Tuning in from where? Myrtle Beach. We're all here at Myrtle Beach. Okay, what? We got Monica Bailey. Delisson. That's right. Delisson. Where's the accent goes in? But guess what? She's also checking in from DC. How you do that? How you do that, Sam? I love that. Checking in for DC, representing in the house. Yes, June over on Instagram is saying welcome to all of the first-time intentional tapper inners. Let's just go ahead and get today started. I almost dropped it on the perfect beat. Hi, everyone. Welcome to Saturday Morning Tap In. For those who are just joining, I am Shamika Cotton, your host, here to just simply turn on the light. That's all I do. I turn on the light and then everybody shows up to tap in and to add to this high vibrational party that we have every Saturday morning. Saturday Morning Tap In, it's a movement. It's a movement. And I'm so grateful that each and every one of you are here and a part of it. It would not be a movement without you. So thank you for taking the time to tap in, right? We need it. Our communities need it. Our world needs us to tap in, right? And that's what we do every Saturday morning. We come together just to hold the space together, right? Because sometimes, I don't know about you, but for me, sometimes life just get to life and then things get to going. And it's like, did you take a moment to be still? Did you take a moment to breathe? So on that note, let's take a moment just to do some collective breathing. All right. We're going to do 3. All right. So let's do a nice collective intentional inhale. We inhale and exhale. Letting it go, allowing our breath to bring us right now into this perfect, delicious, powerful moment, right? All of our power is right here in the present, not the past, not the future. It is right here, right now. Let's do it again. We inhale and exhale. Allowing our breath to take any tensions and release any tensions, any concerns in the body, all right? Allowing us to let go of whatever came before this moment, whatever we think may be coming after this moment, because we don't know. We don't know what's coming up next. But what we do know is right now we are breathing. So, one more time for the subconscious mind, we inhale. And we exhale. That was good. I felt that, y'all. Did y'all feel that? Did y'all feel that like a little shift? That's the power of breathing. Breathing will shift. Shout out, shift. You guys, I'm just open, right? I'm just open, and that's breathing will help you shift. Okay. Shout out to my Sans Kwani out there on the balcony. Okay. Won't he do it? Won't he? Won't he? All right. Come on. Myrtle Tree Ministries is in the building saying, love this, so needing this morning. Yes, somebody put shift. Okay, Myrtle Tree's already there. Put shift in the comments. If you are here because you want to shift, right? Either you want to shift from something that's not so desirable to something that's desirable, you can do a little shift. Maybe you want to shift from good to gooder. You can do a shift, right? Maybe you want to make the shift from being just a little bit scattered to being very grounded and present, right? Breathing can do that. It's the very first thing we did when we came onto this planet, right? The doctor said we got to make sure they're here. So what do we have to do? Proof of being here is breathing. Breathing says that we are here. So speaking of where we are right now, I'm going to let everybody else in on the little secret for those who are new. What's up? Holly Lene is in the building. Welcome to your Saturday morning tap in. Long Leg Killer 2.0 is tapping in. Welcome. And I see y'all put shift on Instagram. We got shifts happening all around. There is a shift happening, a good shift, if you will seek it, if you will look for it, if you will set the intention. Okay, all right. So set the intention, right? We already know one of the intentions for today is going to be a shift in perspective, right? It's a lot going on in the world right now, right? It's a lot that is just being put in the forefront of our attention and our awareness. And sometimes you got to shift and be like, let me shift my gaze to see what I desire to see happening in the world today. A lot happened since our last tap in, y'all, right? A lot happened, right? And so what we do on Saturday morning tap in, we like to set an intention, right? So go ahead and put it in the chat. What intention do you want to set today? When you think about the week you had, or you think about the day you have ahead of you, or the week ahead of you, what intention do you want to bring to meet your moment, right? We want to be able to meet the moment at the highest vibration so that we can experience the highest experience, the highest and the best, right? Your intention, your openness, your awareness, your consciousness determines what you experience. How you think about things determines what you experience. Where your attention goes determines what you experience. All right. So go ahead, put it in the chat. We have in the chat shift. All right. I'm going to also add, we are going to set the intention for guess what? Peace. Right. We are going to hold the space for peace. That's what I'm adding to this intentional stew today. What intention do you want to set? Go ahead, put that in the chat. And when it's time later today during our show, we will do our intention activation. I think I just came up with what that is. Our intention activation. So go ahead and don't worry if you can't think of anything, just you being here, tapping into what others are putting and intending, you will pick up on that as well. And while we're here, let's go ahead and pick a number between 1 and 50. All right. A number between 1 and 50. And whoever gets closest to that number without going over will be picking our journal prompt for today. Yes, y'all, I brought my book with me because I'm about business. We are still working our way through 100 days of gratefulness. All right. So go ahead. So I've given you guys 2 things to do. Put an intention in the chat and also put a number between 1 and 50. Yes. Okay. I see the intentions coming in. Okay. I love it. Monica said a good shift. Hello. Let's be specific with the infinite. Be specific with the infinite. Okay. I'm putting down good shift, Sands. I love that. Okay. Toyette is saying clarity. Love it. Calmness. And she's saying double down on that piece. Triple down on that piece, says Shanita. We're going to triple down on that. Accountability. Oh, I love. Ooh, yeah, we're about to have an amazing day, an amazing weekend, an amazing week. These are some powerful intentions because Lord knows that I need these things to connection. Gratefulness, y'all. We got a stew chock full of goodness today. All right. I'm going to throw in healing. All right. We're going to throw in some healing as well. Healing and health. Very good. I see the numbers coming in. All right. Good morning, Soraya Jane. My TikTok niece is in the building. I'm so glad to see you here today. Soraya, you would have been so proud of me last night. We went to this really great place here on Myrtle Beach called Hangout. And there was a moment where they would put on a song from TikTok, and then they wanted you to do the TikTok dance. And some of the dances, my TikTok niece Soraya taught me. So they was like, ew, she know the dance. I was like, yeah, because Soraya put me on. So glad to see you in the building, Soraya. Fantastic. So as I said, I am here at Myrtle Beach this weekend celebrating the birthday, really the birthdays of some of my sorority sisters, my line sisters, or Sands, if you know, right? And so we're here celebrating birthdays, right? Just very important. No, they're all important, but very special birthdays. These are special ones. And I'm not shouting out years because that's none of your business. That's our business. Okay. All right. But, today when I was just meditating, like, what are we talking about today? I had some things that I definitely wanted to talk about, but Spirit put something very specific. Hold on. Did somebody say set the intention for sisterhood? I'm going to put that down. Okay. I'm putting that down, sisterhood. But as I was out this morning meditating on the balcony, looking at the beach, so many things came across my mind. And one was, I had this question. This question was, we are here this weekend in sisterhood. There's something tremendously special about sisterhood or brotherhood or being a sibling, right? Sisterhood and brotherhood. It's different, right? It's different from motherhood and fatherhood. Those are different things. And that was a curiosity that came to me today. There is something very special about sisters and brothers and siblings, right? Like we know the parent relationship is this connection to kind of to raise the children, right? This commitment as a parent. But there is a certain hierarchy there, right? When we think about motherhood, fatherhood, parenthood, there's a hierarchy, right? It's like you respect your parents, right? But when we get to sisterhood and brotherhood, there's something about being in it together, right? On the same level, understanding each other. It's something so very different about that. And I was really tapped into that this morning. And so I wrote down some notes because I was like, wait a minute, there's a question percolating in my consciousness. And that's something that I want to point out, right? There is a question, okay, that is being asked only of you, right? Our curiosity is something that's very unique and specific to you, specific to what you have been called to bring forward on the earth at such a time as this, right? Pay attention to that. What are the questions that are on your heart that you are asking, right? That is what you are called to seek or find the answer to. That is a part of what your journey, your curriculum is, right? So just something that was put on my heart, right? So I'm aware of that. So I said, okay, I've got this question. Where is this question leading me? Because first it was, I know there's something special about this weekend because I know we're here and gathered celebrating sisterhood. But I said, Spirit, what else is there? And so, and I don't want to leave anyone out. So this also applies to brotherhood or being a sibling, right? No matter how you identify, there still is this bond, right? That happens. In sisterhood, right? It's just the divine feminine, right? The divine feminine. The feeling nature is often associated with the divine feminine, whereas the divine masculine is more about principle, right? Okay, so not to go off on a tangent about that, but so when we talk about sisterhood, and we all have both sides, right? We all have both sides, divine feminine and divine masculine, right? We all have a feeling nature. So it doesn't matter how you identify, you feel, right? You feel, and it is so important to feel. Wow, wow. Okay. So this is another thing that is just now coming up because I didn't think about this today, but it is something that I have been thinking about this week. It is important for us to be in touch with how we feel. Ask yourself, how am I feeling right now? Because based on that information, it tells you what you need to do, right? Our body is covered by millions and gazillions of nerves, right? And we have to be in tune with those feelings in order to survive, right? So we don't want to numb our feelings, right? We want to be aware of them so that we can know what to do. When we feel tired, we need to listen to our bodies. Our bodies talk to us in one of the ways is feelings, right? So that's another thing that came to mind for me about the specialness of this weekend, right? The divine feminine, feelings, emotions, energy in motion, right? I often talk about feelings are the fuel that draws our desires to us, right? When we think about The Secret, right? They talk about thinking about the thing that you wish to experience or manifest or demonstrate, right? So you can think about it, but you take it to the next level, huh? When you stir up that feeling inside of you. There is power in our feelings. Now, there is a difference between how I feel and truth, right? So sometimes we may feel a certain way, but does that mean that it's true? So that's why it is important to be in touch with and to examine your feelings. How am I feeling? Right? And ultimately, the feeling that we are looking for is we want to feel good, to feel peace, right? That's like the highest vibration. Love, right? That is the standard. Love is the standard. Good is the standard. Peace is the standard, right? So that's another thing that I feel is special about this weekend that I wanted to share with everyone. But these are some things that I noticed when I looked up what is sisterhood, right? And so sisterhood is a bond between women based on shared experiences and mutual support. You guys, let me stop for a second. Put in the chat, okay, before I go down here, I want to pose this question to you, all right? What does sisterhood mean to you? What does brotherhood mean to you? What does the sibling relationship mean for you? Feel free to go ahead and put this in the chat. This is a two-way conversation, right? Or a three-way, Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, all right? We're having a conversation. What's up, Go Queen is in the building. Welcome, sis. So good to see you here. So good to see you here. Toyette says, sisterhood has the benefit of commonplace. That's exactly what we just said, right? Shared experiences. There is something so special and something that really allows you to open your heart when you feel like someone understands what you're going through because of this shared perspective, this commonplace experience, right? If I know you can relate to what I'm going through, that gives us a different level of intimacy, a different level of bond and connection. Thank you so much for sharing that, Toyette. Yes. Let me check in and see what we're saying over here on Instagram, right? Yes. And even we think about a difference in relationship, even a different relationship between auntie and nephew. These are all different relationships that have a different purpose in each one. There is purpose in your relationships. Come on. Come on. Let me know if you guys are picking up what's coming down. Welcome, Delia 4. Des, welcome to your Saturday morning tap in. Jetty Night, welcome to your Saturday morning tap in. What's up to my new mentee? But see, the thing is, I don't know how to pronounce your name. We got to talk on the phone. ZBEK Zbek. Did I get it right? Did I get it right? Welcome to your Saturday morning tap in. But yeah, so we're talking about sisterhood, right? Toyette also says it's a safe space, being seen. Come on and pull the conversation out of me, right? There were things I'm like, I want to talk about this. I want to talk about that. But you guys are pulling the conversation out, reminding me of the things, the intention behind today's show. It's not just me. And I just love that. That's what I love about Saturday Morning Tap In. That's why it's a movement. It's an exchange here, right? Where we're sowing into each other light. So thank you so much, Toyette, talking about the safe space and being seen. Let me know if you can relate to this. Sometimes we need our sisters to help us see ourselves. I had a thing that happened just yesterday, right? Where sometimes we're so used to what we do and who we are, right? That we discount like, oh, that's a special thing that I do, right? It seems easy to us. Let me know if you can relate to this. You have something that seems easy to you, but other folks look at you like, yo, that's a pretty special gift that you have. And it is through our sisterhoods, our brotherhoods, our siblinghood. I'm making that word up. Our siblinghood that we are sometimes able to see and to appreciate ourselves, right? It took my sister to say, I need you to recognize that that is your gift, right? And that is something that is so very special about the siblinghood, sisterhood, and brotherhood. It's the being seen. Because sometimes if we can't see ourselves, we don't realize what that special thing is that we've been called or sent here to do. And sometimes we need somebody to say, do you know who you are? You right now that I'm talking to, do you know who you are? Do you know how powerful you are? Do you know what purpose has been planted into your DNA? I'm talking to you. If this is resonating for you, I already know you'll feel the chills, you'll feel the confirmation, whether you're watching a recording or watching it right now. Do you know how wonderful and amazing and how good and smart and brilliant you are? And that's the good thing. When we are able to see ourselves for who we truly are, then we can see others. We can see the good in others and help them to see themselves for the good and the powerful and the brilliance and the special and the uniqueness for who we are. Do we not need that? Do we not need that in the world today? If you're on Instagram, go ahead and be tapping on the hearts. If you are on YouTube, go ahead. You can put some hearts in there. Go ahead. Beat miners. Do you know how powerful you are? Kendra, welcome to your Saturday morning tap in. Do you know how brilliant you are, Kendra? How talented you are, Kendra? How needed your gift is in this world today, Kendra? Robin, do you know that there's a purpose for you? That thing that's just been scratching at your attention, scratching at your heart, knocking at your heart, saying, I think I want to do this, but is it really mine to do? Am I making this up? No. It is what you have been called here to do. All right. Yo, you guys, okay? All of this because of sisterhood. Yes. Do you see your gifts? And if you've never done mirror work, I highly recommend doing some mirror work. That's another way to get to see yourself. Go look in the mirror. But here's another thing that I wrote down about sisterhood. And this is the energy that is filling this space right now, right? This is the energy that I bring to this tap. And it's a very special energy today. Every day has special energy, but today, this is what's special about today, right? Can you recognize what's special about each day, each moment? All right. So, sisterhood, mutual female esteem. There's concern, support, understanding, listening without prejudice, a safe space, vulnerability, and healing. Did you know that sisterhood is a relationship in divine order meant to bring healing? Because of all of those attributes of the sisterhood, brotherhood, siblinghood relationship, that is what's there. When you're able to tap in and to remember and to think about it, to elevate it, to lift it up, to stir it up, allowing women to feel seen and validated. And it is right now, in this moment, in this energy, in this vibration, that if you can allow yourself to tap into it, to feel it, and allow it to work in you and do the thing it was meant to do. You may be thinking like, I mean, I get it. I mean, I hear you saying all of these words. I mean, but I don't get, how does that work? The same way that when you take an apple seed and you cut that seed open, all you see is some white stuff. I mean, that's what I see when I cut open an apple. But in that seed is a divine order, divine potential that happens because that's what it was designed to do. That when you put it into the soil, something happens. Something in that white stuff says roots now come out. Something in that inner DNA says now shoot forward a little sprig of green that turns into a tree bark that becomes branches, that becomes leaves. It just happens. So how is it that we can have this energy? Because that's what's inside of that seed, divine energy, infinite potential. And that is what this feeling that we have here, common shared feeling, right? So I want us to be in this moment and know that because we have set the stage today, we have set the atmosphere today in sisterhood. There is something in this energy, whether you are identifying the divine feminine or whether you are identifying and honoring brotherhood or siblinghood, whatever it is something about that common shared experience where we come together as sisters, as brothers, not just whether you came in via sorority, whether you came in through the same parents, whether you came in because you grew up in the same neighborhood and you've known each other forever and that's my sister. I dare somebody say that that's not my sister, or whether it is a sister and brotherhood around the world, locking arms in peace, calling for a common experience. Okay? I am going to set my timer on my phone, and I want us all in this space. I'm just going to set it for 3 minutes. I think I'm doing good on time, and I really want us to honor and really acknowledge this moment and to be fully present in this moment. And we are going to do that simply with our breathing. Oh, we could do box breathing. We're gonna do 3 minutes of regular just breathing. We're gonna breathe on our own pace because I don't want you guys to be focused on, am I doing the box breathing right? How you breathe is how you breathe. But in this moment, focus on your breathing. And before we go into this, right? Just tapping in, acknowledging this moment, how special it is. And with each breath, guess what that means? It means that we are here. You are here in this moment. Okay, let's set the clock. 3 minutes. Breathe, thinking about all the things about sisterhood. We begin. Fantastic. Something that occurred to me, and if something occurred to you during our 3 minutes of just sitting in the silence with sisterhood and all that we've been talking about, if something occurred to you, please put it in the chat, because there's something that happens when we allow ourselves to get still. Sometimes we're able to hear something that ordinarily we are unable to hear because we're so busy and our minds are rushing and racing. But something that occurred to me during that moment of silence was that sisterhood, brotherhood, siblinghood, it lasts a lifetime and beyond. It lasts a lifetime and beyond. So whether your sibling, your sister, or your brother is here, that connection is still there. So I just want to be clear that we're also honoring that as well. Okay? Y'all, I tell you, every Saturday, I'm like, what we doing, God? What we doing? Myrtle Tree Ministry says, yes. Hold on one second, y'all. Hold on. Gotta put on my spectacles. Okay? Yes, sisters accept you for who you are. They push you away from the performance mentality and create spaces for you to be your authentic self and then celebrate it. Thank you so much, Sands, for that. That is absolutely beautiful. What did you say, Sands? It says your tears pulled at my heartstrings and I wanted to interrupt your production to hug you. Says you can feel free to come in, but you're going to be on camera. You guys, they're out there in the living room watching on TV. See, your sisters do that. This is what your sisters do, okay? They say, guess what? We're going to put you on the TV here, right? And we're going to sit here and witness your gift and witness your offering. Y'all, don't get me started. Don't get me started, y'all. I already got started a little bit. Unique says, oh, come on, Unique. Unique had me on her TV with her and her daughter Coco last week too. I receive it. Let's continue to prophesy that. Me on all y'all TVs all over the world. What occurred to me is that I need to acknowledge my accomplishments over my last almost 40 years of life in this body. I noticed I focused too much on failures and incompletes. Sister, we need you to know that we are proud of you and your accomplishments. I see the work that you do, helping to give visibility to different ministries and different places where you can tune in for positive reinforcement. Unique, I see that work that you do, and I know there's so much more to you. So yes, focus on your good so you can continue to experience the fruit of that, right? You want to experience the goodness of your fruit of your labor. So that's what's so great about sisterhoods. Yes, what's up, Red Diva? You feeling the natural hair today? Thank you, sis. You always come in and say the right things about my hair. I appreciate you. I appreciate you. Yes, yes, yes. Red Diva 79 over on Instagram says, I am enough. And I'm going to add to it. I'm going to tell you something, okay? Because this is what your sister will tell you. I'm going to tell you this. You are more than enough, okay? You are more than enough, more than a conqueror. Come on now. Come on now. You are royalty, all right? Don't get me started, okay? But that's what Saturday Morning Tapping is about, okay? That is what we are here for. And I love the conversations we're having over in the chat. Toyette is telling you, Unique, you are whole and complete. Whole and complete. This Saturday morning tap in. Delicious, delicious, delicious. I had one thing I want to talk about, but Spirit's like, this is what we're going to do, okay? You can remember. So we had some amazing intentions that were set. Okay, so it's not too late to put an intention in the chat. So I'm going to go ahead and type them up. And don't forget, we're putting a number one between 1 and 50. So go ahead and do that. So we got P. So I'm just going ahead and type these into the chat. Feel free, add your comments to the chat. Are you having any aha moments? Feel free to put that in the chat, especially on YouTube, because these recordings, I leave them up. You never know when someone will come across a Saturday morning tap in right when they need it, right? They'll tap into this energy that we have set and we have locked it in and stored it over up on YouTube so they can come feast on it when they need it. Okay. So feel free, your comments are welcome. Okay. So, okay, we got a lot. Hold on one second. Can we just say thank God for my assistant that is coming? Okay. Thank God for my other associate producers that are coming that will be doing this work for me. Thank God for the next cycle of interns that are being led and guided to 10 to T3IP. Just thank God. Okay. We're going to just speak them right into where they need to be. All right. Right into where they need to be. All right. And let me double check and make sure I'm not leaving anything else out. Okay. Oh, Jetty Knight. Hold on 1 second. Post it. Okay, hold on. Let me read what Jetty Knight is saying over here on Instagram. I almost missed that, my love. Jetty Knight says, I'm always trying to tell myself I'm good and worthy, but always wonder what others think. Everyone knows me differently, as you say. Family has known me the longest. Some just know me from my posts and make assumptions. Understood. Understood. You have to continue to do the work and to affirm who you are. Affirm who you are. I am good enough. I am worthy. I am deserving. I am deserving. I am competent. I am loved. I am loved. I am loving. I am lovable, right? The words that we speak are the fruit that we eat. Who said that? What? Hello, somebody put that on a t-shirt. The words that we speak become the fruit that we eat. Come on now. Okay, that was a whole bars. Okay. No, but seriously, y'all know me. But seriously, you affirm who you are. And a wise woman once said, I'll put it in I am first. I am the thinker who thinks the thought that makes the thing, right? I am the thinker who thinks the thought and makes the thing. And that includes experiences, relationships, so on and so forth. All right. Thank you so much for adding that. Jetty Knight, I appreciate you. Thank you for adding that to the chat. People don't, right, Red Diva 79, people don't know the power of words. Don't play with it. Don't play with it. Don't play with it. Okay? And the reason why people don't know the power of words, because they don't know how powerful they are. Okay, stop, Shamika, get with it. No, but seriously, do you know how powerful you are? Do you know the power that you have? I encourage you to get to know who you are and get to know the power that you have. You may seem like you are just a victim of circumstance, but you are not. We are co-creators, not coincidental, co-creators. Shamika, move the show along. Okay. All right. All right. So, okay, we got these. So these are our intentions. Okay, copy that. Boop. These are the intentions that we are going to set for today. Y'all, I'm gonna have to, oh my God, I'm already so full, and we still ain't even journaled yet. And y'all know how the journaling be happening. I'll be like, Lord, things come up all the time in the journaling. That's just beautiful. All right, so our intentions are on the screen. All right, so we are about to move into our intention setting. Let me go ahead and put them. I'm going to pin them in the comments for Makiager. Did I say your name right? Welcome to your Saturday morning tap in, my friend. All right. All right, all right, all right. So they're pinned in the comments over here on Instagram. And now for hold on. Go queen, sis. Okay, she says, my intent is to show up, to think bigger, greater, and fuller abundance. We'll add it. Okay, I already typed it in right. Well, actually, I did a copy and a paste. Hold on one second. I got you, sis. I got you. To show up. So we're gonna say, just say show up. Show up bigger, greater, fuller, in abundance. Y'all like, Shamika, guess what you're gonna do? Set some intentions today to show up. I'm gonna say think bigger because I want to put exactly what you said. To think bigger, greater, fuller, in abundance. Yes. And guess what happens when we set these as our intentions? It's what we experience. Sidebar, you guys. Y'all may not know this, and I'm going to have to start asking people, can I share their thing? But the messages I get after Saturday morning tap-ins about how powerful our intention setting is, about the things that happen afterwards, like, you can't make this up. You cannot make this up, but you can make it happen with your intentions. And that's the power in one of the tools that we have, right? So we have all of these wonderful intentions that we are going to activate. Okay, that we are going to activate, and just be grateful that so much good is going to be showing up. All right. Let me tell you what the number was. I already know who put the number in. I mean, you didn't get the number exactly, but you were the only person that did not go over. Hold on. Okay, here we are. All right. Just wait till one day my associate producer will give me sound cues. Drum roll, please. The number today was the number 7. The number was 7. The number was 7. And the person who got closest to without going over is Shane. San Shanita. All right, San Shanita. All right, look at the screen, my love. I'm so glad. Okay, this is so amazing. I am tickled. I am so tickled. All right, I'm going to put on the screen some numbers, and please pick any of the squares that are not grayed out, and that will be the journal prompt we do today. All right. Make sure all the numbers are showing. Oh, hold on one second. Let me be great. Let me be great. All right, here we go. Here are all the numbers. I already know what you're going to pick. But go ahead, Sis. Let us know what number you're picking off the screen. I already know it. Can we all say it together? Go ahead, everybody, together now. Type it into the chat, Sans. Or you can just holler it out. I'll hear you. I knew it! And number 4 it is. All right, very good, very good. Exactly, Sans. What a good time. What an amazing time. All right, so that's going to be our journal prompt for today. So let me go ahead and get our journal and just put my notes here for number 4. Okay, so there's 4. I'm not even going to read it because I can't wait to see what it says. But I am going to put your name next to it and today's date on this day of our Lord. That's our journal prompts. All right, everyone. So you had even put it in the chat too. All right, let me go ahead and get our attentions back on the screen. And still, I'm over. All right, but that's okay. So let's just take a moment to center ourselves. We've had a very powerful tap in. We've stirred up some really delicious, powerful feelings and thoughts. And so now in this space, so guys, in this space, you also, wherever you are, just get comfortable, right? As we come together in collective consciousness, sending out this energy into the world, into our life, right? Sending out this intentional energy, all right? Right? Wherever 2 or more, right? We definitely have 2 or more. So are you guys ready to activate these powerful intentions, all right? So right now we come together open and receptive acknowledging that we are powerfully and wonderfully made, okay? We do marvelous works. We send out the intention to experience a good shift. Let there be a shift in our consciousness, a shift in our perspective to the good as we go out into the world today. Despite what we may see or hear that may not be of love or that may cause fear or anxiety, we set the intention right now to be sensitive to the still small voice that will help us to shift our most valuable currency, which is our attention. Where our attention goes, our power flows. So we are shifting where we are expressing our power. Where there is hate, we shift to love. Where there is confusion, we shift to clarity. Where there is chaos, we shift to order. We set the intention for a good shift. Where there is war, we shift to peace. We say right now, let there be peace on earth, and let it begin with me. We stir up peace in ourselves. We all have a part to play, something to bring to the world. Let there be peace. Let there be clarity. Let there be calmness of mind. Where there is turbulence, let there be calmness and balance. We set the intention for divine relationships and opportunities to be accountable to the good that we were sent here to do, to be, to express, to create. We say yes to the divine calling on our lives, being grateful for the ability to execute, knowing that we are capable, we are competent, we are gifted, we are skilled, we are talented. We are able to do what we have been called to do, to execute. We say thank you for our connection. It is in this space of gratitude, in this high vibration of gratitude, that we receive the healing energies of this right now moment, the healing energies of sisterhood. And may we all show up by thinking bigger, thinking greater, thinking fuller, so that we can lay hold of the abundance that is all around us, everywhere, evenly present. There is no spot where abundance is not. So what does that mean? We right now open ourselves to be in tune, to be a vibrational match, so that when we see poverty, we make the good shift to abundance, spiritually, physically, and mentally. And so it is. All right, so those who are new here, it's time to go ahead and grab your journals. Here is our journal prompt for today. Well, hello. Here it is. It is, what about my surroundings, home, neighborhood, city, etc., am I thankful for? I can't make this up, y'all. What about my surroundings, home, neighborhood, city, etc., am I thankful for? The timer has been set for 10 minutes and 10 seconds. The timer has begun. What we do here, the journal prompt gets you down on the page. But once you're down on the page, that's your business. All we ask you to do, all we come together to do, is to make sure we keep our pens moving across the page. Okay? Moving across the page, writing. We have opened ourselves up to the infinite today. We have stirred up powerful feelings. Sometimes there's something that wants to come through, and one way it will come through is through writing. All right, the timer is going. 9 minutes, 34 seconds to go. We are journaling. I got to get my charger. Keep writing. The timer's going. Yes, yes. We are journaling on this powerful Saturday morning tap-in. All right. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Wow. I'm back. Okay. And she's charged up. She's plugged in so many ways. All right, we're journaling. Let's get the journal prompt on the screen. Okay. Mm, 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 mm. I hear the echo in there. Trying to be quiet. All right, the journal prompt is on the screen for those who are just joining us. You have just come into the right place at the right time, young flyers. Young flyers, I want to know, what about your surroundings are you thankful for? Put it in the chat. Go ahead. Let us know. Okay. 7 minutes, 33 seconds to go. Wow. Y'all know me. So carry on. 6 minutes, 22 seconds to go. We're journaling. Mm. 4 minutes, 37 seconds to go. Instagram. You guys are probably going to go down any minute. What's up, Ashley? Welcome. Welcome to your Saturday morning tap in. Soraya, you journaled yesterday. So proud of you. If it goes down, you guys, go over to youtube.com/Shamika Chronicles. All right? Because it's probably going to go down because we're over an hour. But yes, come on over, youtube.com/Shamika Chronicles. We want to hear from you after your journal. 3 minutes, 54 seconds. Maybe I can take you guys down and bring you back up. I'm going to write, so. 1 minute, 38 seconds to go. Got it. Okay, for real. Oh, sorry. The timer has gone up, y'all. I was so in my own world. Okay, I got like what's okay? Okay, and then okay, great. You guys, we tapped in today. What a powerful, power filled love filled tap in. It has been such a special Saturday morning. I want to thank you all for tuning in and adding your energy to this space, for holding this space with me. Like I said, I just turn on the light and then you guys come on in and help us fill the space with light. I'm so grateful. All right. So, as I promise every Saturday, that I'm going to read what I wrote in my journal, from the journal prompt, because you never know where it's going to take you. But if you got anything out of today's Saturday morning tap and you had any aha moments, maybe something you journaled and you want to share, feel free to put it in the chat. But remember, you don't have to. But if you want to, this is a safe space. So, feel free to put that in the chat. Okay. So, let's see. We already have some coming in. Toyette said, in response to the journal prompt, what about my surroundings, home, neighborhood, city, etc., am I thankful for? Toyette says, the presence of God is here as we commune in Myrtle Beach with 7 members of Mirage, celebrating life, growth, and love. Really? Is 7 of us here? I didn't even think of that when I picked 7. I didn't even think about that. I love it. Divine. 7 is divine. You guys know that 7 represents divine. Okay, divinity. Yep. All right. Very good. All right. Instagram. Okay. All right. I'm gonna give you guys a chance to share. If you like, what's up, Mr. Porker? Long time no see, my friend. How are you? All right. So here we go. We're gonna wrap this on up. Well, this is what I wrote in my journal. Okay. I wrote, what about my surroundings, home, neighborhood, city, etc., am I thankful for? I am surrounded by love. Here on this beautiful beach with my sisters, love is all around. Remind me to play this song for us later by Voices of Creation. Okay. God is all around. My heart is full. This morning, as I sat on the balcony looking out into the ocean, I was thinking about abundance, about infinite divine substance, about how we can ask God for any and everything. God is like the ocean, and our desires, the things that we ask for, our expectations of good or goodness, can be likened to a thimble, a cup, a bucket, or a swimming pool. I am reminded that I can come to God, Source, our Creator, asking for more peace, health, wealth, and joy. We are the fish, and God is the ocean. Come on, won't He do it? That's what I wrote y'all. I tell y'all, stuff just be, I'll be like, this is why I love journaling. I love it. I love it. I love it. All right, we got one more right here. Monica's coming in saying, what I love about my surroundings is the love I receive from others is often more than I give myself. Receive it, receive it, receive it. Receive it and shift in this moment, shifting the intention to be more loving with ourselves and others. All right, you all, this has been a very special Saturday morning tap in. Thank you all again for tuning in, for joining us. And oh, you guys, sidebar, there will not be a Saturday morning tap in next week. Just, being transparent. Next week is going to be July 5th. And that is the anniversary of my family members who transitioned. So that's the day that we honor them. And so we're going to spend that time very sacred, just honoring those lives. So feel free to lift me and my family up in prayer next Saturday morning. And I'll be in Ohio, y'all. I'm just traveling so much. So I'm going to go be with my family at that time and also celebrating July 4th, But thank you all so much for tuning in. And I will see you all. That means I will see you all on July 12th. Okay, for the next Saturday morning tap in. Don't forget, we have recordings. If you're like, I missed Saturday morning tap in, check out one of the recordings over on youtube.com/Shamika Chronicles. I am Shamika Cotton. And remember to go out there and expect the good because you deserve it. All right. That has been Saturday Morning Tap In. Goodbye for now. I love you all. Bye.